Hi friends, I'm back again with another junk journal. This is Corky, the Plum Creek Booksmith, and I'm back with another junk journal, and her name is Margery. I fell in love with the book cover. She's an old book, and I've cleaned her up as best I can, and then I have sealed her with matte medium. I have her tied shut with a length of fabric that's kind of been spliced together, and it's all grungy, but it's still got some shabby chicness to it. The new owner can do what she'd like with it. I put a little patch of fabric up here where there was a spot I couldn't clean, and then the library that had this book had plastic tape over the book identifying numbers, and when I pulled it back, some of the paper came with it. So I just fancied her up here really nice with some cotton fabric with some lace on top and a little mini doily that my husband's grandma made for us years ago. And then this little patch here is covering a little spot as well. This little vintage button is kind of the same green that's on the book, and then there's this little safety pin. Margery is 7 1/4 tall and almost 5 across, and she has an inch spine, and it's an exposed spine with 5-hole pamphlet stitch. And she's got some pretty tassels coming out the side. There's lots of sewing, there's lots of lace, some tabs on the top. She's just pretty frilly and delicate and dainty and very feminine. So we'll get inside. The inside front cover has a pocket, and it holds some journaling cards. This is just an image that I like, and I think I had a postcard or something, and I made copies of it, and then I put some elementary school penmanship paper on the back. You can journal here, and there's writing space here, and then this is just a fun little saying that I like. I got this button card somewhere along the way, I think maybe in my mother-in-law's things, and she went to auctions and things, so I'm thinking it probably came from an auction. But whoever had this button card sewed with some string all these buttons on top of it, and so I left them there, and all the little strings that are, you know, outside of there, I just left them, and then I covered the back with some coffee dyed paper so it would be a nice little journaling card. And that's my thank you card. There's some of that lacy top tab. This is a flip up. It's just on there with some muslin, some old ledger paper from the late 1800s, I believe. This is a little snapshot I found in a little photograph album, and I think, oh, not sure, I think that says, nope, not even going to guess, but I'm thinking it's 30s and 40s. The other pictures inside are that era as well. Here's a little poem that I like to include in all of my books. This makes a nice little belly band. There's a little corner pocket that I made from old book page. So I've got some little interesting tidbits in here. This is a page from a wildflower book from the 30s or 40s, I think. Little place to journal here, and here's a pocket here. Little place to journal, and then this little, it's like for a slide, and so that goes there. Pretty center images. Little side corner tuck there. A lot of the little images I have in here are from like a romance book from, oh, I suppose maybe the early 1900s. I thought the pictures were so pretty, I made copies of them. So I'd like to include them in books that are frilly and dainty and romantic. There's another one of those slide, I don't even know what to call it, little cutout that looks like a slide. And so I just put this fun little kind of a advertising cartoon there out of a music magazine from the 30s or 40s. A little pocket there and some journaling cards. This is a index divider with the letter M for Margery. Some more romantic cards here and here, and again on the back. Some more ledger paper, pretty coffee stained paper. Here's another one of those little snapshots, and this one says 1935, and it looks like a little boy with his daddy. Here's a little journaling tag. Another pretty center. Another romantic card in a little bottom corner tuck. This is it's a tally card for some kind of card game. It's front and back, 2 pieces, and I just have it hanging over the top. I just thought it was kind of pretty. Good and pretty and feminine. And then I just have it paper clipped here. And I got a hold of some homemade flashcards for words, and so I'm using them up here and there. And I like how there were already some holes punched in it. And then I just remember when we used to have sewing cards. Doing this reminded me of the sewing cards that we used to have as kids. A time card made into a little journaling card with a tassel off of it, and another one of those slide cutouts for interest. This is just some ledger paper that's really, really old, but I love the writing on it, and the patina. The new owner can use it however she'd like. Here's a little bit more of the same journaling. I think it's the same. No, it might be a different book. This isn't quite as yellowed, but I just thought it was a nice little piece to include. I've got a pocket here, and I've got a pocket here where the fabric is, and this is just more of the time card that I've fancied up and made fun. And then here's more of that time card made into a larger journaling tag. And then here's a password card, the old game Password. So if you have one of those special viewers with the red cellophane, you can read the words that are underneath there. Here's just a piece of paper, some pages out of an old dictionary. It's a German to Dutch dictionary. And then these are just some old tickets that are just hanging over the page. Some more of the ledger. Another little tassel. Here's another little snapshot, and this one's from 1936. Looks like a man standing out in his garden. And some more journaling tags, cards. I made a little envelope out of some book page, and then this is a little journaling card. I've used this picture many times. I just love these little girls, and with it being about prom time, I'm thinking maybe this was their prom. They were all good friends and wanted their picture taken. This is just a fabric flip up with some vintage buttons that match the color of the outside of the book. A pretty bird journaling card in this little bottom tuck. Another journaling card. This says May 1880 something. I cut it off, so that's how old that piece of paper is. And that particular ledger is, the pages are in wonderful shape. And then here's a nice fun little card of two little girls outside reading, and it just tucks there. This was one of those flashcards I cut down to make a bottom tuck. And this is like one of those old Viewmaster reels. I just made it small, and it spins. And if you wanted to, you could put something small there as a little tuck spot. And then I copied some of these out of an old catalog, and then I printed them out, and I made this look really old, just for extra journaling space. And then the back cover has a pocket here with one of the big reels, and these are available on my Etsy store. I've made it so that they're easy to fussy cut, plus I've used them on my scan and cut, brother scan and cut, and it just makes easy work out of it. And then here's a place to journal. Here's some more spaces to write. This is one of my favorite verses from the Bible, 2 Corinthians 4:16 and 17. I love that verse. Okay, and then this flips up, and there's a pocket, a side pocket made from marbled paper from an old encyclopedia. Just have some extra journaling cards. And then here is another one of those little snapshots, and this one is from 1929. And then I used some texture paste here, and there's just some little roses on the top of the music sheet. You can journal some more here and here, and then this little journaling tag just sits right here, and when it's all shut, it's secure and it doesn't move. So that is Margery Keith, and she's on my Etsy shop, so you can go check her out if you'd like. If you like this video and want to see more, please subscribe and hit the bell so you'll be reminded or notified of upcoming videos. Thank you to all of my subscribers. I sure appreciate you. Have a good day. Bye now.